Hello everyone, this is me. It's been a long time since I've been made a video. I'm just making a video today. It is officially Yule at 10:59 a.m. on Eastern Standard Time. It will be 2022 as far as the solar year goes. It's the winter solstice. And as you may notice, I cut my hair again. You see it's nice and short. It's actually been this way since about late September, October. I again after 3 years, I got the overwhelming urge to just cut my hair again, and so that was I basically grew my hair the first time for 3 years, then cut it, and then immediately after that I grew it for 3 more years and cut it. There's a lot of big differences between the two events. I may actually make a video about that separately because it's sort of like you could examine it pretty deeply because there's a lot of things that I said. I actually made a video about it, and there's a lot of things that weren't the same on the second attempt. You know what I mean? But I actually learned how to manage the hair better in the second one because I was already experienced with it. So, but knowing that, I was really surprised that how strong the urge was to cut my hair because the second time I grew it, I knew what happened the first time because the first time I cut my hair, I immediately regretted it, and so I always had that in my mind. So but then what happened was, towards the end, the final couple months, just the urge to cut it was just repeatedly, it was always there, and it was just overwhelming to eventually cut it until I finally just said, fuck it, I cut it off. But the difference was, this time it wasn't as enjoyable because, it's basically, having long hair like that is just a huge pain in the ass. And the whole previous year, there was a lot of things that I used to do that I didn't do anymore because of the hair. One of them was swimming in the ocean. Usually in the summertime here, I swim in the ocean almost every day, really. But this last year I didn't do that because, to swim in the ocean is just such a nightmare. Because, if you have long hair, it's a nightmare because you have to clean your hair, you have to, oh my god, it's just such a pain in the ass. Just, simple things like swimming, and there's so many other stupid little things that just having long hair it's just not even worth it. So so when I actually cut my hair, it was such a relief. I was so happy, and I'm so happy now to have it short. This is really who I am. I mean, if you watch my videos, I had those years of the whiteboard videos where I was growing my hair out and stuff like that the first time, and then the second time I made a few more videos, but then I sort of got off that topic and stuff. But no, I'm just making a quick short video saying happy Yule, happy New Year. This is the real New Year. If you watch the Osman Tarot Spiral, which I highly recommend, stuff like that, and I really do have a lot to say because the world we live in, as many of you probably know, is at a level of insanity that is just beyond comprehension. I mean, I never would have imagined, even back when I was making the trip report videos, I never would have imagined that the world would have gotten this insane, even from that point. I mean, we're living in a world now where people are just crazy. They're insane, you know what I mean? And it's funny because I've always used the analogy of zombie movies as the perfect analogy for society itself, but it really is. I mean, it's not it is a perfect analogy, 100% right down the line. I mean, every zombie movie ever made is the zombies are society, right? And the people who aren't zombies are the few people who can see through it, sort of like the movie They Live, just like that. But the zombies they are your everyday friends and neighbors who are just in the trance, because what do zombies eat? Brains, and that's what so zombies eat brains, right? And so that's because a zombie. What is a zombie? But an animated corpse, living dead, and that's exactly what the society is. So zombie movies are an allegory for society. And I'm sure other people have said that too. I'm not pretending to be unique. I'm just saying it's very true, and like that. But I also do have a lot to say. It's just with the internet, especially YouTube, Facebook, and the other highly censoring sites, it's frustrating and difficult to just come out and talk about the truth, because the more truthful you are about certain things, the more likely you are to be erased from the internet. I mean, we're living in a dystopian future. We are in the dystopian nightmare, basically, in a lot of cases. I mean, so it's here and now. It's not coming. It's here, and many of us know that. And basically, a lot of us have probably made peace with the fact that the world that we knew is never coming back, as if as if we really wanted to, right? Because this slide into psychosis, cultural psychosis, has been a long time coming, and but I do have a lot to talk about. I just got to figure, one of my goals, I guess, for the new year, which is to be able to make videos again, which I do want to do. I do enjoy it, and just find a way to articulate the things I want to articulate without crossing the line, I guess. Because the world we live in today shows the importance of, and the reason why secret societies came into play and to begin with. You know what I mean? Because the truth has been suppressed for forever. I mean, it's always like that. You know what I mean? So these, if you want to pass on truthful knowledge, I mean, real knowledge, I guess you could say occult knowledge, beyond the superficial bullshit that you'll find in most books. The real truth of things, and to be able to pass that on to people is important, and to be able to, so we do need to come together as, families and blood, and, and preserve the truth of things without getting erased. That's what happens to people. People who tell the truth get erased. They get slandered, and then they just, the truth of what they were and who they are will just be forever lost. And there's so many examples of that. But certain examples, you can't even mention their name, especially on Facebook. There's one example, if you mention them on Facebook, you're instantly gone. Doesn't matter how innocent the picture is, because that's what censorship is meant to do, is hide the truth. And so the more censorship you see, the more of a perversion you're living in. So censorship is really the only tool they have. Well, first they censor you, then they just silence you. However they have to do that. The aim is silencing you. First they'll just tell you can't talk, and make it impossible to speak. And if you find a way and you keep going, they will just erase you. They'll just get rid of you permanently. So I mean, it's very, in certain aspects it's black pilling, but it's also gold pilling or whatever. When you realize the truth, cannot be suppressed, and people do keep waking up and stuff like that. But for us, it's a nightmare. It's not really. I mean, it's not right to say. It's not. I mean, I'm happy. I enjoy life. I mean, I still see the beauty in life, and I enjoy waking up every day. I'm not miserable by any means. It's just sort of like, again, just making peace with oblivion, I guess you could say. And just realizing that, it's not going to get better. I mean, society, as long as the inmates run this insane asylum, you'll never see peace again. And we're letting and that's so. But anyways, I just want to make a short video. I could keep talking, and this is probably already longer than I want it to be. I just wanted to recognize the Yule, and it's a very interesting one too. It's 12, 21, 2021. So 12, 21, 21. And so a lot of my videos on the whiteboard, especially the True Tree of Life, get into that. The number, this number code that we have. Remember, the code of numbers is just a reflection of the natural geometry of creation, because the numbers themselves mean nothing. the numbers are just, compounds of 1, so everything does boil down to 0 and 1. But, the reason why we use 1 through 9 is because that is the reflection of the matrix itself. And every number between, any number that's not 0 or 1 is just a collection of 1. So 9 is just 9 ones, 8 is just 8 ones, 7 is just 7 ones. So, but again, I explained that in those videos. But, alright, so you'll see, I'll try to make honest effort to make more videos. I'd like to, but we'll see what happens. Bye.